Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have 5/9/2023, guys. And I am your host with the most right about now here on this channel. Welcome to the 103 Crazy Drop-Off Radio Pod. Yes, episode number 38. Yeah, it's getting crazy out here every day and every day is getting crazy out here. I'm the host, Crazy Chaos. And thank y'all. I know I've been gone for a little while. I say that every time. It seems like it, huh? Well, I'm back. I'm back. I ain't gonna say I'm back like cook crack, but I'm back just like a knapsack with the money in the back. You feel me? With nothing but stacks. We all want that, right? But anyway, I'm here today. Nice, beautiful days. Thank God. Did you thank God the day that you was breathing, that you woke up breathing? A lot of people didn't today. Let's have a moment of silence for those that didn't make it to breathe another breath. Yes. So now you know we're living in the Terminator age. It's knocking at our door. What's going on, peoples? Can y'all tell me? Don't feel bad. Don't feel ashamed. Don't be shy. You can come in the chat room and talk, you can speak, say hello. But yeah, we are living in the Terminator age. We are entering in it. Matter of fact, we're not living in it, but we are entering the Terminator age. I'm talking about robots, AIs. I'm talking about computer programs, hackers. The AIs are the hackers. They will be the hackers. They will be the new species on this earth if we let it go any further. I know I'm sounding like some crazy scientist right now. Some crazy guy that's on the movie that's trying to warn all the people. Yeah, I'm trying to warn all my people. Yeah, I want y'all to know. This is sick. This is off the hook. I got some things for y'all for this crazy drop-off today on this radio pod. So, feel free. Come in, subscribe, hit that bell. Please smash that like, beat that like button. That like button, that's very important to me. And it's very important to us, to all, to the fam. Hit the like button, the notification bell will let you know anytime I go live or anytime I have anything that's pre-recorded, it will be aired here. I miss y'all, and let's get to the program and do the damn thing, because it's getting wild. The end of times is coming. They are upon us. They are upon us. You know what I mean? So what I want to do is bring this to your attention because I think everybody need to know about this in life. You know what I mean? You want to hear it? Here you go.
Alexa and Google Home and Apple Home are about to use this for real, for real. I don't think people realize it's gonna look like this. Hey Alexa, I have 6 of my son's friends coming over. 2 are lactose intolerant. 1 is vegan. 3 are a mess, and I'd like them to eat a little healthier. I only have a couple $100 in budget, and they'll be here for about 4 or 5 hours, but I also need something quick and snacky in the morning because they're gonna sleep over, and I wanna send them home with something. Send it. That's how people are gonna shop. So what I just said is real life in 5, 7, 9, 10 years. How many people here have used ChatGPT or an AI thing? I don't think people realize that Alexa and Google Home and Apple Home are about to use this for real, for real. I don't think people realize it's gonna look like this. Hey Alexa, I have 6 of my son's friends coming over. 2 are lactose intolerant. 1 is vegan. 3 are a mess, and I'd like them to eat a little healthier. I only have a couple $100 in budget, and they'll be here for about 4 or 5 hours, but I also need something quick and snacky in the morning because they're gonna sleep over, and I wanna send them home with something. Send it.
Yo, that's letting you know how crazy the AIs is. A lot of people is dependent on Alexa. We all dependent on technology now. We done got lazy. Shame on us. You should smack yourself in the face. Damn, I just smacked myself in the face for real, for real. But you know what? It's true. It's real. A lot of people are getting lazy on dating. A lot of people are getting lazy on shopping. A lot of people is getting lazy on talking to your doctor. They got AI doctors online. They got these AI people for these small businesses. Small businesses have AIs. You can go ahead and look them up on Google. Then they have where say chatting to an AI, and they don't know shit about the business for real. Because if you talk to them with technical problems, they don't know how to search it. They would say, "Well, call back or call us when the hours are open." But the AI system has got way crazy and way different. I remember when I was a child and I seen Terminator for the first time. That movie was, that's my favorite movie ever. The first Terminator and all the Terminators, because it was a fear that was put in us when we seen it. And what if that shit happened? Yo, it's happening. It is happening right now. A lot of y'all don't even know what's happening. Like I say, you going shopping every day. Did you know when you leave out your house, your car is being seen and recorded? Like 40 minutes or whatever the duration time it is for you to get to your designated spot. Your car is being recorded for criminal purposes only, but you never know what the AI might take over and use it for. The computers can stalk you without even moving or being behind you. It can be there. They think it's cool to go ahead, and I know it's for safety uses, for like stuff happen on the streets, and they want to get an identification of any criminal activities going on. But it's also an invasion of privacy. I can follow your car by the time you get off work. I can follow your car all the way to your house. The police can, not me literally, but if I was a hacker, it can be done. Trust me, it can be done, because now they're putting up like these cameras up on every other's main street pole. So you're being recorded every time you're out and about. You thought speeding cameras was something? Yo, I can't stand the speeding cameras. Fuck them speeding cameras, yo. Check out the cameras. And especially in my neighborhood. My neighborhood is the red zone, but yeah, they're all around town. They're all around in the not the suburbs, but the hood, the urban areas. Where we at, where we lay our head at, where we go, where we shop, where we go. Those are AIs. AIs are independent technology that can render and run for themselves. I want to bring something to your attention. This is very important, ladies and gentlemen.
Now more than ever, retailers are asking shoppers to become self-sufficient.
Can you just scan it for me? You're gonna have to scan it yourself. It's self-checking.
And some customers have treated this responsibility as an invitation to add a little something extra to their bags at a fraction of the price. But even in understaffed stores, shoppers aren't as alone as they assume.
So yeah, just so you guys know, you're being watched at Walmart literally 24/7.
As someone or something oversees every purchase.
They can zoom in so far on the cameras that they can literally read your text messages if they really wanted to.
But this new technology is scaring customers, and people are protesting to ban it. Companies claim they won't use it, but is this really the case?
With some people, they play the long game.
Customers are mad at the extremes put in place.
I would have to call a manager just to get a pack of toothpaste.
Is this how retailers should be treating their valued customers?
We're all going to pay for this.
We're anesthesiologists, surgeons, emergency medicine physicians.
There's one major problem that comes with analyzing crimes, and that's the failure to acknowledge how delinquency evolves. Take shoplifting, for example, once seen simply as an act of teenage rebellion, compulsion, or necessity that in recent years has morphed into something new. Whether it's an Apple store ransacked for $35,000 worth of products in Silicon Valley, 20 tons of chocolate loaded into a refrigerated trailer in Germany, or uncanny amounts of cheese nabbed twice in 1 year from Wisconsin, this new breed of shoplifter appears to be just as unfazed by the law as they are by stereotypes. But of course, not every shoplifting expedition is a 77-year-old man pulling off a $300,000 Beanie Baby heist, or criminals dressed in drag robbing a Harry Winston out of $108 million in jewelry. No, these days, shoplifting is an equal opportunity sport that can entice customers from all walks of life to cram their baskets or carts in their own personal game of supermarket sweeps.
Every shopper has his own strategy, and Chef wants to start his sweep with Farmer John Ham.
Or influence shoppers to engage with the crime on a more casual level. After all, with a wealth of shoplifting hacks circulating online, the occasional five-finger discount has become more normalized than ever.
Remember that movie Short Circuit? When we was this is for the older crowd, y'all. When we was, I think it was like 1985, 87, 86, 88, 89, around that time. There's a movie called Short Circuit, and it was a robot. And he got struck by lightning. And his name was Johnny Five, the coolest robot ever. And he worked for the police department, I want to say. But then he didn't want to work for the police department because they was trying to, get him back online. But he felt alive. He felt alive. May I say this again? He felt alive. The robot ran out on his own and went to go stash himself with some people. And he became their friend. And he was scared to death to go back to get reprogrammed so he wouldn't be feeling alive again. Once these AIs go online, they're online. Ain't no telling what they can do. They'll be able to download a lot of things, at a million. They're not human. Us humans, we have to see it to imitate it. We have to see it to practice to do it. They will know how to do it at a million times quicker and at a larger number of units and rate. These are Johnny Snitches. These ain't Johnny Fives. Johnny Snitches, Johnny It's, Johnny KRAZYs, they can malfunction. One thing just got to happen that programs them and keep them online, which is in outer space. All the radiation waves and everything and all the solar flares that come through out there, man, it can happen to anything and have the whole world, the grid, on black mode. Like we had blackouts. Yeah, remember the blackouts? Let's do the damn thing, y'all. I just want to put something in your head.
But customers might want to think twice before they take part in the trend that left shelves scant. Because when it comes to scanning premium priced items for Pringles prices at the self-checkout, or undermining loss prevention measures,
yeah, I got you. I got you on camera. You on candid camera now.
as scare tactics or challenges that require creative solutions, even thieves who feel they're above the law can find themselves facing serious legal consequences. And while most recent innovations in retail might make customers feel more inclined to pocket a freebie here or there, somebody's always watching. At self-checkout, it's easy for shoppers to feel alone. The method for scanning items that was meant to put an end to customer complaints of long checkout lanes and understaffing has only prompted further criticism as shoppers find themselves doing unpaid labor minus the benefits.
How do you want me to scan this fruit? You're gonna have to look up the code. You can't just tell me the code? It's self-checkout.
And like airplane food or the DMV, this dissatisfying nature of one chain's self-checkout has inspired its own brand of inside jokes.
Walmart investing in American jobs. Here I am checking out my own self. I didn't get no check. What if I'm gonna get invited to the staff party?
This humor often riffs off one key element in Walmart's self-checkout experience, the company's loss protection measures. From self-deprecating skits about Walmart's security cameras that force shoppers to come face to face with themselves under harsh fluorescent lighting.
What if that was my last straw?
That makes some second guess what they thought they knew about themselves.
I know for a fact I don't look like this in real life. Why do I look like this?
To assuming these cameras are just for show, but perhaps customers who believe what they do at self-checkout is between themselves and Walmart's prop security measure.
Telltale rat. Okay. Anyway, you're a rodent.
Should adjust their gaze slightly upwards. At least that's what TikTok user Aubrey did when she entered a Myrtle Beach Walmart in 2022. And what she saw stunned her enough to take out her phone and start recording a video.
Charge your phone 40% faster with this new 4-port charging device. This $37 phone charger is taking the world by storm in the US. New groundbreaking technology can charge your phone's battery from 0 to 100% in record time and restore your phone's speed, performance, and battery life like it was when you bought it. But smartphone companies are trying their hardest to ban this device in the US. You might not know this, but smartphone manufacturers are deliberately downgrading your phone. It's called planned obsolescence, and it's a common trick used in the tech industry to make people buy a new phone faster to drive sales. And there's a 90% chance your phone is also infected with this. If you've noticed your phone becoming slower or acting up after a software update, it's not.
The now viral TikTok exposed Walmart's anti-theft technology displayed on a monitor in the store, circling and highlighting shoppers in yellow as they went about their errands. Viewers were disturbed by the Orwellian lengths the company had gone to, as one user questioned, "If they don't trust us doing our own scanning, why have it?" And another grimly commented, "They'll spend billions on new security technology, but won't hire a cashier for more than $10 an hour?" But some users were still dubious.
That makes sense. If you don't trust us to do our own shopping and you want us to check ourselves out, well, why have the fucking technology to go ahead and walk through everywhere? Are they in the dressing rooms? The fitting rooms? I mean, damn. You can't even dig up your nose or scratch and pull up the grotto out your ass. I mean, what's going on here? Privacy. And then when you go to Walmart, they got everything that's essential locked up. So you got to press this button for Walmart help, and you're standing there looking stupid waiting, and they don't even have enough employees there at every station like they should. They should have every employee there at the station that's there. No, they're understaffed, short staff. They cut the cashiers out. They got people that's in the paint section don't work there. People that's in the sporting goods section not working there. They got people that's in electronics, very small staff. I mean, come on, y'all. The pharmacy, are you waiting at the pharmacy? They only got one pharmacist there. I mean, like, it's a gimmick. And then they want to check your receipts when you come and leave about it. And they want to say, "Hi, welcome to Walmart." Basically, they stalling you so the camera can catch you and count the people that's coming in and catching your figure, your face, what you're wearing, how you smell, what type of drawers you got on, as you come through, and that greeter say, "Hi, welcome to Walmart, man, and have a good day." They watching you all the way through the whole store. We are slaves to this industry, this whole Walmart shopping thing. That's why I said, fuck Walmart, yo. Like, why do I need to go to Walmart and they just after me? They after me. Yo, they got me on a chain by the throat. They got me on a leash, an invisible leash, walking me around the store when I'm walking at free will, of course, but you got this invisible leash walking you around the store. People, oh my goodness, this AI is crazy. It is crazy. But they got stuff locked up. You go to some Walmarts, they don't even have these cages of these closed things at all. Let's do the damn thing.
After all, how advanced could security be at a store that still didn't offer Apple Pay? It was clear that TikTok wasn't going to dissuade shoppers who were intent on securing themselves an employee discount at the self-checkout, as one user boldly announced, "Challenge accepted." Still, Aubrey explained the severity of what she had captured for those who were unconvinced or confused as to what exactly they were looking at.
So essentially what those cameras do is track you around the store and pretty much scan what items you pick up. I worked back at a grocery store in 2016 and those cameras were able to detect like unscanned items going out the doors.
And for those customers who believed they'd gotten away with shoplifting, Aubrey suggested they reconsider before testing their luck a second time.
But with some people, they play the long game and like keep count of all the you've taken over the years to charge you with like felony charges.
The TikTok user insisted that she had no reason to lie, considering she didn't work for the store. And when the Daily Dot reached out to Aubrey about her TikTok, she informed the news source that while this Walmart location showcased their technology, every location was different with what they shared with customers. My intent on posting this video was to make people aware that just because we can't see something doesn't mean it's not real, the TikTok user said. I also know with the younger generation, stealing is more prevalent due to recent inflation and just all around struggling. And I don't want anybody to get in trouble if they can avoid it. And while the claim about Walmart waiting to prosecute shoplifters for felonies remains unverified, when it came to the company's advancements in technology, it appeared Aubrey was onto something. In 2019, Insider reported AI technology was used at self-checkouts and cash registers in over 1,000 Walmart locations to notify checkout attendants when items went unscanned. However, Walmart's use of AI dates back further than most realize. By 2015, Walmart began using a facial recognition system to alert security to suspected shoplifters. Fortune reported, "You may have noticed this as you walk in a Walmart and see yourself on a big TV screen. They're scanning your face and comparing it to faces on their database of offenders." And while the images of innocent shoppers supposedly aren't stored by the AI, the idea of having a face print is a point of contention amongst the American public. In 2021, over 35 civil liberty organizations rallied together to condemn the non-consensual use of facial recognition technology in stores across the US. And along with Lowe's, Target, and others, Walmart penciled themselves in as won't use. The assumption was the company had abandoned facial recognition and pivoted focus to AI that captured unscanned items instead. However, in 2022, the chain was hit with a class action lawsuit that alleged a Walmart in Illinois had used facial recognition software on customers on multiple occasions over the past 3 years.
Wow.
While Walmart denied this, if the allegation is true, this goes against the state's Biometric Privacy Act. But even without facial recognition, Walmart's advancements in anti-theft technology have flourished. Yet amid self-checkout hacks and shoplifting jokes online, would shoppers hear the warnings sounding off across social media before it was too late?
I'm stealing from Walmart self-checkout.
We're able to see everything you're purchasing, how much your total purchase is, and how much each item costs.
Legally or illegally, we gonna get that money.
And see, she's telling you, she's letting you know exactly how it works. See, they got those little things that look like phones, but everybody is alerted. Everybody is alerted on that little phone, but ain't nobody alerted when you pressing the button and you need help. The fuck does this thing work? Dang, I'm just. That make you want to take the shit and just leave, but you can't because then you be stealing. You know what I mean? Let's do the damn thing.
One TikTok user claimed that not only did new security technology prevent theft, at least one Walmart location put shoplifters on display.
This powerful $99 drone is now available in the US. This is an extremely high-tech
talk about drones.
Walmart has these new cameras right above the cashiers. One thing goes wrong and your face pops up on these screens. The slightest hand movement that looks like you're stealing, That camera catches it and then it puts it on the screen.
But even without the public shaming, self-checkout isn't as private as it appears.
We can see everything scanned, so you guys are not sneaky.
If you go in there and scan your stuff and it appears that you have missed scanning an item, the self-checkout attendant has to come and review the camera footage on your register. They're going to review it and see if you stole something.
And while the comment section on a since deleted TikTok from a Walmart employee suggested that shoppers were skeptical over how actively Walmart employees monitored these devices.
LOL, they don't even be looking at the handheld. They be running their mouth in the corner while I'm doing a buy one get one free sale.
Facts. They running their mouth, giggling about what the hell they done did, how much weed they done smoked, what type of liquor they done drunk, who they did, who got naughty, who tossed it up. Man, come on. Walmart. Yeah, let me tell you my thing about Walmart. I went in Walmart, and I'm going to tell y'all, do not buy the fruit. The fruit, the diced up, pre-cut fruit in the baskets. Oh, nah. I bought one of those. Let me get to that after this. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, confuse y'all. But yeah, Walmart grimy.
Next thing I'm gonna steal is one of those things.
It's possible for shoplifters to be outsmarted without knowing they were caught in the first place. So how does this work? Well, have you ever been scanning your items at self-checkout when the machine suddenly crashes? Sure, this could just be your run-of-the-mill malfunction, or perhaps the glitch was intentional. See, allegedly, Walmart workers can pause transactions at self-checkout when they notice suspicious activity, as a former employee explained on TikTok.
On these Walmart CC devices, we have the option to pause your self-checkout at any point and pretend like there's something wrong with the machine if we suspect that you're stealing.
But from the customer's end, it simply looks like their self-checkout machine crashed.
Once we hit the pause transaction button, your self-checkout is going to look something like this. If it's not something like this, then your screen will be frozen where it's at and it won't let you scan any more items.
And suddenly, the customer that was possibly looking for discretion is forced to ask for assistance, summoning an employee that is all too eager to play technician, even if it's just pretend.
Basically, we click that thing that has the key and we lift it up and we pretend like we're looking at the machine to see if there's something wrong with it.
And when the employee finds the machine, which was never broken, is beyond fixing, any scheme the customer had of giving themselves a discount on their purchase has been foiled.
That's grimy, yo. That's real messed up. I mean, it's good to catch thieves and it's good to catch those, but what about the people that ain't trying to do that? Like, that's why y'all gotta come to Walmart fully dressed. Quit coming in your pajamas. Inappropriate, man. I say, come correct. Don't be coming to flip out because they recording everything that you do as soon as you park. Come in, leave out, get in your car, and then you're recorded all the way back. Every stoplight, everything, every intersection till you get home. So make it easy on yourself. You know what? I don't want to feel like a slave, like a dog shopper. You know what I'm saying? Ain't a dog shopper. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no such thing as a dog shopper. Do you feel like you're on a leash? Well, I got a thing for you. Don't go to Walmart. Don't shop at Walmart because they're grimy as hell. Let's do the damn thing, shall we?
They'll take everything out of the bags and they'll be like, don't worry, we'll ring you up at another machine. There must be something wrong with this one. And at that point, they'll just take you to a main checkout where there's an actual person to cash you out.
Of course, employees can't notice everything. That's where security cameras come into play.
Walmart's security room looks a little something like this. It's a bunch of computers and it shows you every aisle. And they have pinch and zoom cameras that are 360, meaning that they can literally turn anywhere in the store.
And this technology can get invasive quickly.
They can zoom in so far on the cameras that they can literally read your text messages if they really wanted to.
But is this degree of surveillance really necessary? Surely, the largest private employer in America isn't going to fold because of an unscanned item from time to time. Well, this may be true if shoplifting were just a minor issue for the company. However, the level of theft that Walmart has recently been hit with isn't just small potatoes, it's a full-blown epidemic.
Yeah, for shit like this, okay. Yo, a store raid, all right. They can't do nothing about that but call the police. But at the same time, y'all got them cameras. Y'all can't get nobody. Y'all can't identify nobody. Well, what happens? Tell me. But y'all looking at me and my daughter or me and my son. I ain't got no daughter, but me and my sons. I'm just saying. I'm speaking for the general public. You looking at me while they doing this. And what can you do? But you feed me some food. They got shit in it. Like manure, shit. And it touched my mouth. And I call y'all. And I gotta call y'all. And y'all, you telling me to call the Walmart where I got the shit from? And what they do? Nah, they want to give me a $50 gift card, yo. Hell no. What I look like? I ate shit products from your company on display in my cart, brought it home, tasted it, ate it, and spit it out, and put it in a plastic bag, called your corporate, and the corporate said, oh, did you get sick by it? So if you don't get sick by something, you cannot sue them. That's what they say, or they will not reimburse you for something. I should have sued them. I'm really pissed off, I said. I'm really pissed off on because I don't eat shit for nobody. But I ate shit for Walmart. And we're like dogs on a chain when we go in to shop to give them money and they got shit locked up. But we gotta wait for understaffed people and to take their time from talking about what they did from the night before. Are y'all with me on this? Do y'all feel me on this? Please press that like button so we can go further into this AI situation. It's not just about Walmart. It's about AIs. This whole episode. Let's do the damn thing.
In December 2022, the retailer's CEO, Doug McMillon, told CNBC that the latest uptick in shoplifting would require drastic action if law enforcement continued to exercise leniency on these crimes.
If that's not corrected over time, prices will be higher. And or stores will close.
However, raising prices or diminishing access wouldn't punish unpaying customers, but those who rely on the discounted merchandise Walmart is known for.
Everything's gone up, gasoline and taxes and food.
In the world of retail, the term for what's happening is shrinkage, when the items available in store are fewer than what's in inventory. In 2022, the National Retail Federation reported the average shrink rate across retailers was 1.4%. That's $94.5 billion in losses, almost $4 billion more than the previous year. Fox News correspondent Stuart Varney cited this recent upswing in shoplifting as a cultural shift in the way the American people viewed theft as not a crime, but a reclamation of what they were entitled to.
If this is the new morality, you can count me out.
However, his view on legislation,
It's okay to take up to $950 worth of necessities in California. That's just an invitation to steal.
wasn't entirely accurate. For example, in California, shoplifting goods worth less than $950 is a misdemeanor, whereas stealing merchandise worth over that amount is classified as a felony. And according to some alleged ex-employees of big retailers, some locations are watching you more closely than others for a really long time.
They will continue letting you steal, all the while they're documenting the value amount of every single item that you are stealing, and they will wait.
They wait until you're thousands and thousands of dollars worth in debt. You know, federal crime level. In jail behind bars.
Welcome to Enclave at Forest Lakes. Stunning single-family homes in Greene, Ohio. Treat yourself.
We don't care about that interrupting my broadcast. But you got the free promotion. Get out of here.
They will do anything to do that.
However, this doesn't mean there aren't consequences to petty theft. Both a misdemeanor and a felony can result in jail time. For a misdemeanor, this can be up to 364 days behind bars, and for a felony, this can be 3 years. And while it would be impossible for law enforcement to prosecute every instance of petty theft, police presence was upped at Walmart locations in California to deter theft during the 2022 holiday season.
For thieves, the message is that we'll be out there. We're going to be vigilant. We know it's that time of the season which a lot of shoppers are out there, but we're going to be out there as well.
But while the case of a 17-year-old dressed as a Walmart employee stealing $30,000 from 3 separate store locations in 2013 proved it's not impossible for individuals to leave their mark on the retail business, lone perpetrators are rarely the problem.
The increase is in organized retail theft when a large group goes into a store to take a lot of merchandise all at once and leave in a hurry, and that's happening at stores like Walmart.
Yo, I'm not making this about theft. I'm making this about the AI situation, about privacy. So yeah, I think we reached our mark on this story. For sure, for sure. Peoples, my peoples, this is going crazy out here. In a minute, you ain't gonna be able to use the bathroom nowhere because they're gonna have AI toilets. That's gonna count the poop that you put in the toilet. It's going to count the urine, the ounces, and it's going to tell you what do you have. Like a blood test, when you go to a hospital, you take a blood test, you get that shot, it's going to tell you what you have in your system when you take a piss in the public area. Now, all of this right here, what I'm saying is alleged. But if they got AIs, don't you think they're gonna have AIs in the toilet, in the bathroom, where you think it's safe? Nah, they ain't gonna. It's never gonna be safe. It's never gonna be privacy anymore, because the world is changing. The money is changing. The cars are changing. They want to change it to electric. I got a chargeable car now. Y'all Teslas, that's a robot. But y'all gonna see, y'all gonna find out, you know what I mean? And this is what this episode is about, the AIs. The Terminator age. Lord knows I don't want to be in the Terminator age. I can see what's going on already right now. You want to see it? You want to hear it? They got something out right now. Peep this story out.
3 new policing technologies in New York City. The K5 autonomous security robot, the Spot Digidog robot, and the Star Chase GPS attachment system.
The Digidog robot. Look at these robots, yo. They got them on. She just said they got them on the fleet and they're about to they're training them. It's about to be mad crazy out here. So hope y'all woke and I hope y'all see this shit. All them Alexias and things y'all got sitting around and yo, the number one thing, like my laptop, it has a camera on it. It's an AI. It can steady turn on and stay on, or it can turn off the little light and it can record whatever, just like your phone. Your phone is AI now. Feds, they can hear whatever you're talking about on the phone. Now they're making the phones where you can't even take the battery out. Did you notice that? Did you notice that? Where you can't even take the battery out. So they can snoop in and hear what you're talking about, how you're snoring, when you're sleeping, when you're getting on. You know what I mean? Where you at, your whereabouts, what you pinging off of. You can't take out the batteries no more. These ain't the old cell phones like, yeah, they're going to take the battery out. Nah, it's not popping off no more. Not like that. Let's continue with the story, though.
Our job is to fight crime and keep people safe. And these tools are significant steps forward in that vital mission.
We are here to get stuff done. #GSD.
Today, we are announcing 3 new policing technologies in New York City. The K5 autonomous security robot, the Spot DigiDog robot, and the Star Chase GPS attachment system. Our job is to fight crime and keep people safe. And these tools are significant steps forward in that vital mission.
We are here to get stuff done. Hashtag GSP.
Today,
we wording up my peoples, my family, everybody that's in the United States, everybody that view this channel, everybody got love for this channel, 103 Crazy Drop-Off Radio Pod. We are wording them up, and I'm putting them out there. Put them out there on the block. Yeah, make it work for you. Because if you don't make it work for you, then we all be lost. And I don't want none of y'all to be lost. That's how much love I got. Like, show me, let me know when they built that arc, like in 2012, the movie, when they had those arcs for the 1%. No, if they made that, don't you think they're doing that now? They're already trying to find another place so we can relocate on this earth. Are they going to stay on Earth? Is time traveling possible? Hell yeah, it's possible. It's already possible. They're just putting the emphasis on it, checking the wrongdoings, making sure the lighting is right. Don't nobody get fried like a microwave popcorn. I ain't trying to scare y'all. I know how I present my stories is not like, hi, this is Bill from Channel 19 News, and what we have here is an interesting story that the AIs are now being built. No, I'm real. I'm me. This is how I speak. I'm human. I am not an AI. So if I ain't sounding like this on one of my pods, or if I ain't on here like how it's supposed to be, y'all know something is weird. Something is happening. Yeah. My young jock say it's going down. Yo, I got something else for y'all. Peep this shit out. You want to hear it? Nah, you about to see it. Believe it, it's real. Yo, these MFs, yeah, what the WTF is right. Toyota, to build a robot that can shoot basketball. Shoot basketball better than a human. What? How you know how to get the accuracy, the level, the strength, the arch, everything right. And the strength. Peep this out. That robot shoot better than Shaq. And he from the 3-point line. Will he shoot better than Steph? Hell yeah. He's shooting fine. 100% from the 3-point line. Robot from Toyota. And he got his own shoes on. What are those? The J-Days? The J-Days. Those the J-Days. The he's no Air Jordan. They had some miniature robots playing soccer in Hong Kong somewhere. Soccer. Kicking the ball into a net These little bitty robots. Yeah. Then they had some wrestling robots. I done seen it. Y'all seen this? Like, we are knocking on the door. Have you seen the military prototype robots that they was in the desert with? And they practicing on shooting targets and not the human, not the trainer. And they shoot accurate as hell. 100%. 100%. 100%. What is the thing with robots? Why they want to make robots? Is it because of the money? Is it because they want to feel like they can control the robots and make the world a better place? Like beings, human, are not good enough? Or we tired of the lazy motherfuckers, so we're gonna build some bots. Now we're gonna get lazier and build some bots to play basketball. Man, I would love to see the humans play some basketball against the bots. LeBron and the finest, the whole team. You gotta be the finest. Got to be the Ross. Play basketball against these bots. Are they gonna be able to block? Are they gonna be able to jump up, slam dunk, dribble, crossover, trick passes? All this, yo, the world is coming to a straight up end. Not fastly, but slowly. This shit is not amazing to me. This shit is scary to me. It is very, very scary to me. Because robots don't have compassion. Robots don't have humbleness. Robots don't have seniority. Robots don't have a heart. Robots don't have a mind. They're programmed. And once they program and a glitch go through their whole circuit system and then they just, oh my goodness. Y'all seen the movie. I ain't got to tell you no more. Peep it out. You see how the robot was rocking, and you see how he's setting up. He would have been blocked a long time ago with a human. So you mean y'all gonna put things out there? Is this gonna be the futuristic sport where it's gonna be a professional basketball player that could have went to the league, or they're gonna play against the robots, or professional person they get drafted, they get to buy and invest in a robot to play against other robots, and wages of gambling is just going to go up and rise in stock. Is that what it's coming to? Because I see that. Oh, that's messed up. Pretty soon, we're going to have robots playing football. That I ain't seen. Now, when I seen that, if I see it, if I do see that, robots playing football, when one actually hike the ball and throw it to another robot dashing down the field, sprinting and catching the crazy OBJ catch, yeah, it's a wrap. They're trying to take this out the league. They're trying to make it. They're trying to take they're trying to take humans out, and they don't even know it. They just looking at the dough, looking at the money. Either that, or they working for something else. Yo, that's mad crazy. That's so crazy drop off right there. If I ain't seen one, that's why I wanted to bring you the story so y'all can see it and believe it with your own eyes. Like I said, they had miniatures playing soccer on a table. They ain't no bigger than, I'm gonna say, shit. They ain't no bigger than a can of sanitizing alcohol wipes. Run across this soccer table, run across this table playing soccer, kicking the ball in the net like some hens or something at a damn Mexican rooster fight or some shit. You know what I mean? This is the most important thing, though. This guy right here, he's reporting, he's letting you know what exactly is going on. So it's very important that you guys hit the likes, hit the subscribe button. Please subscribe. I do enjoy and I am very humble and appreciate that you guys are tuning in to the 103 Crazy Drop-Off, because I got some crazy drop-offs. That's the truth. It's not far-fetched. Everything is facts. Because you can see it with your eyes, you know what I mean? This guy right here, he about to let you know. You want to hear it? Here you go.
Now AIs, you know, it's a threat too. But if we had our act together ethically, it's possible that AI could become a useful servant rather than a tyrannical master.
Jordan Peterson, renowned for his sharp insights and frank opinions, delves into the very core of the issue, warning us about the impending danger of AI, a warning that cannot be ignored.
They're always after the next new thing as fast as possible. So it's a machine that's speeding along as fast as a machine possibly can. And God only knows where it's headed in some sense, right? Because there's so many things happening at the same time that it's impossible to keep track. And we don't even know what these things are.
As Peterson articulates his fears, you can't help but feel the weight of his words. His warnings echo through your mind. He paints a bleak picture of a future where the line between humans and machines blurs, and we lose sight of our humanity.
But the new AI systems will be able to extract out patterns from the world itself, from images and so forth, and then be able to test their linguistic constructions against the world. And so they'll practice just like scientists. And the most advanced models are going to use text and image and action as well, because they'll be able to model human action. There are things coming down the pipeline on the artificial intelligence front that are just going to make your hair stand on end within the next year, because there is so much transformation going on in that domain. And that's been the case particularly for the last 6 months, that it's almost unimaginable. How many of you know what ChatGPT is? Okay. So not very many. So I'll tell you what ChatGPT is, just so you know, because you need to know this. And I don't know what sort of technological revolution this is. Gutenberg press level? It's something like that. So this AI system, it's a general language processing model, was released about a week and a half ago. And I went and interacted with it. It's an AI system, artificial intelligence system. It basically is trained on, well, a massive corpus of spoken or of text.
Peterson's words are a call to action, a wake-up call for us to come together and address the pressing issue of AI. As we seek to advance our technology, we got to remember to protect our humanity or risk losing it altogether.
AI systems will be able to calibrate their linguistic knowledge against knowledge of images in the world soon. And that's basically what scientists do, right? Because scientists will take a verbal hypothesis and then test it against the actual world. And if the hypothesis and the world fit, then you think, well, that's scientifically verified. And Keller thinks that AI systems will be able to do that pretty soon. And pretty soon means as soon as someone builds one that can do it, because the tech is already in place. And so I have no idea what that's going to mean, and it could easily lead us astray. So here's something that's going to happen in the next year. So imagine now you're a lonesome guy, and you can get a digital friend, woman.
Check where this is going, y'all. Check where this is going. Matter of fact, Let me put my face on here so y'all can see it, please. Because this is going in a weird way right now. But who's seen that movie, Demolition Man? With Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. And you know what I mean? The unwanted community, the unwanted people were subjected to stay down in the sewers, right? I'm on point. You know what I mean? And they unthawed Wesley Snipes to handle. I mean, unthawed Sylvester Stallone. My bad. To handle all the people that was coming up above the earth, messing up or causing. They were starving, but they banned them from the earth because not the earth, but the surface. They put them below in the sewers, the rats, and leftover garbage, and all that crazy stuff. And Sylvester Stallone found that chick, his partner, and she liked them, right? You know what I mean? And he like, what's up with, you know what I'm saying, with the 3 seashells when he went to the bathroom because ain't no toilet paper over there. So he like, what's up with the 3 seashells? And she told him to figure it out. That's nasty. But then they wanted to have sex or encounters, adult encounters. They want to feel each other. They want to, Sylvester Stallone from back in the day, he like, okay, well, baby, we're gonna touch, kiss, rub some nipples, and we're gonna do the thing. Nah. He put on his headset, and it was the AI thing. And he was very stimulated. Mostly everything in the movie, my people, in the movies, either they're working on it, they're doing it, there's a prototype, or it's coming. That's scary.
And she can talk to you like ChatGPT talks to you and listen like ChatGPT listens to you, which is maybe if you're really lonesome and alienated, more than anyone has ever listened to you in your life. And then soon she'll not only listen to you as a text interface, but she'll be a fully rendered 3D, well, let's say 2D photorealistic, fully rendered animation, indistinguishable from a genuine image of a genuine person. And then that'll be 3D for your, Oculus headset. And then, well, that'll be sexual and like just right now. That'll be the value proposition, right? Is you'll be able to turn your virtual girlfriend into your virtual sex partner. And who knows what that'll do? Robots have been tricky, but I can't imagine that's more than 10 years away. And that's just one thing that's going to happen, maybe not even the most surreal thing. Pretty soon we'll be contending with the fact that someone will be able to generate a photorealistic version of Donald Trump and have him say something absolutely reprehensible and spread it everywhere just before election night. And there'll be real confusion about whether he said it or didn't. So what do we do when our representations of reality can be falsified? Now, I was talking to my son about that today, and he thinks we'll get into an arms race right away because there'll be technologies that can detect whether video is artificial. But then, there'll be a race because other technologies will learn how to fool that technology. And, maybe we'll be able to stay on the edge where we can still detect what's real and what isn't. But I don't think we're doing a very good job of that right now on social media, because social media, it's kind of like the world, except it's way more demented. And the problem with that is that it makes the whole world look demented. So my concern fundamentally is that these machines will reflect us ethically. And that should be frightening because I wouldn't say that our ethical house is particularly in order. So they're going to magnify what we are. The Google guys can talk about the mind of God, but that's making the presumption that the thing that we're building will be a good thing. And I don't think that it will be a good thing because it will reflect us. You know, you hear babies have no theory of mind. It's like, yeah, no, they can imitate. That's pretty bloody amazing, man. Like, you haven't seen robots that can do that yet. Although there are robots now that you can teach by moving their arms. You move their arms and then they'll do it. And so you can actually program them by moving them, and then they'll just repeat it. And so they're getting damn close to imitation. They're really getting close. And then look the hell out, man, because they're going to be imitating each other as well as us. And they're going to do it so fast, you just won't be able to believe it. You know, the guys that are building the autonomous cars, like, they don't think they're building autonomous cars. They know perfectly well what they're doing. They're building fleets of mutually intercommunicating autonomous robots. And each of them will be able to teach the other because their nervous system will be the same. And when there's 10 million of them, when one of them learns something, all 10 million of them will learn it at the same time. So they're not going to have to be very bright before they're very, very, very smart. Because us, you know, we'll learn something, you have to imitate it. It's like, God, that's hard. Or I have to explain it to you and you have to understand it and then you have to act it out. We're not connected wirelessly with the same platform. But robots, they are. And so once those things get a little bit smart, they're not going to stop at a little bit smart for very long. They're going to be unbelievably smart, like overnight. So, and they're imitating the hell out of us right now too, because we're teaching them how to understand us. Every second of every day, the net is learning what we're like. It's watching us, it's communicating with us, it's imitating us, and it's going to know, it already knows in some ways more about us than we know about ourselves. You know, there's lots of reports already of people getting pregnancy ads or ads for infants, sometimes before they know they're pregnant, but often before they've told their families. And the way that that happens is the net is watching what they're looking at and inferring with its artificial intelligence. And so maybe you're pregnant and that's just tilting you a little bit, right, to interest in things that you might not otherwise be interested in. The net tracks that, then it tells you what you're after. It does that by offering you an advertisement. So it's reading your unconscious mind. So, well, so that's what's happening.
After humans become completely dependent on AI, and we either merge or become a zoo, where can we find meaning?
Well, there's a lot of hypotheticals in that question. I don't really know how to answer that, because I don't think it's within the scope of anyone's vision to predict even what's likely to happen over the next 40 years, because the rate of technological advance is so insane that in some sense all bets are off. And I really mean that. You know, I have a variety of contacts in Silicon Valley, and there are people there that I've been communicating with who believe that it's already within their power to build an AI machine that will have higher computational capacity than the human brain. That's within 5 years. Now that assumes that they've got the computational capacity of the brain properly calculated, and that's not necessarily the case. But even if they're out by a factor of 10, that's not many iterations past that. Now, maybe we don't understand the brain at all. That's certainly possible. It isn't just the rapid increase in computational power that's doubling so quickly. I don't know if any of you, how many of you watched the Boston Dynamics videos? So how many of you don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, so one of the things I would highly recommend is that you go home and go to YouTube and look up Boston Dynamics, because it's the most advanced robotics company in the world, and it was a DARPA project, so an American defense company, and they were bought by Google 5 years ago, and they had pretty damn impressive robots 5 years ago. They were autonomous, and so they could make their way over rough terrain, including snow, up hills. If they slipped on the ice, they could right themselves. If you pushed them over, they could put themselves back up. And that's not joystick controlled. That was all autonomous. And they ran on gasoline-powered motors and were capable of autonomous action for an hour and a half or so. And I looked at the last iteration, and it's a small robot about this big, and it has a hand that looks like a head. And it's so sophisticated that it can gyrate to music spontaneously, and it can keep its head in the same place while it does it, like a chicken. And so, and it can open doors, and it's quite the remarkable creature. And the rate of advance from the first robot, which was called Big Dog, which is a very terrifying thing to watch, Big Dog, to this is quite staggering, and that's only going to increase insanely, that ability over the next 5 years. And there's something very strange about robots that people don't generally think about. Some people do. Imagine you have a robot and it can learn a few things through imitation. And we already have robots that can do that, because you can program a robot, industrial robot that's worth about $20,000. You can move its arm the way you want it to move its arm, and then it will move its arm that way. Imitation is coming up very rapidly, and the capacity to autonomously learn is already there to some degree. Let's say you have a robot that can learn a little bit. Not much. But then let's say you have 20 million of them, and they're all exactly the same, and they have exactly the same architecture. And so what that means, as soon as one robot learns something, then all 20 million of them learn it. And so if each robot is learning one thing a day, then the whole herd is learning 20 million things a day. And so once we hit a certain threshold, the rate of increase in robotic intelligence is going to be just something that we can't even comprehend. I talked to the people at Tesla who ran the autonomous car division, and they know perfectly well they weren't creating autonomous cars, because an autonomous car isn't a car. It's a robot. And it's not just a robot, it's a fleet of robots, and it's a fleet of intelligent robots. And some of the functions that it will perform will be the functions of a car. But to think about that as a car is just, you're just confused. It's like to think of a car as a horseless carriage. The person who ran the division told me that they'd already had plans instantiated so that all the Tesla cars map the roads, and they're mapping them at an increasingly high level of resolution, and then they share the data. And they expected to get to the point where the car would be able to predict where the bumps on the road were that it was approaching, and adjust the suspension so that when you hit the bump, you wouldn't feel that at all, because the suspension would have mapped the bump before it encountered it. And that's just, it seems like a trivial example in some sense, but it's not trivial. It's an example of how unbelievably quickly this technology is progressing. So now, what are we going to do about that? Well, I'm hoping that we're going to be smart enough as individuals, and careful enough, and ethical enough, and fast, so that as we continue to produce increasingly intelligent computers and robots that are going to mimic us,
we don't need any cars, any robots mimicking us. AI should be short as series speakers. That's it. No robots to take over and watch over humanity. I don't think any robot should have any authority of being independently on the street. And for humans to put their trust in a robot guarding the streets, has police, as in politics, as in red lights, green light runners, speed traps, I don't feel none of that should be allowed. This should be banned. And we, the people of the United States of America and all over the world, it's up to us. We can sign and have those petitions and give it to our government where we do not want this here, because it's going to be a catastrophe later on if you've seen those movies. The Terminator. Things won't be the same ever. Not for your children. It won't be safe for you to use bathroom. Your privacy is gone. Enemy of the State with Will Smith. Have you watched that? Watch all of those movies. Is this what you want for the future? For yourself? I don't want that. Nah, I don't want to answer to no machine. I run the machine. I turn on my microwave. I turn on my car. I turns it on and I treats it good. I oil it. I cleans it. No machine should ask me a question and have me degrade my pride of self of being the human, the first, not the first, but I'll say the second being on this planet Earth, as far as we know it. This is crazy. It's not good. It's not a good sign for our peoples. I mean, humans. We already got aliens probing and scouring the Earth, which they probably already been here. We don't know. They're probably watching our back, make sure we don't mess up the Earth, which in this galaxy, which is probably the reason why they're here. Because if there's super Earths otherwhere and elsewhere within the galaxy or galaxies or light years beyond there, why they're not there? They're here for a reason. this is the perfect earth. And we're going to mess it up. Humans. Trying to do too much. Doing too much. We're messing it up. We're messing it up. We're messing it up. And you're not messing it up. They're messing it up. They want to be money-hungry geniuses and scientists and want to experiment on everything. I claim it on that. I put it on that. I stand on mine. I don't need the answer to no machine. It's built for us to program it for it to answer to us. We done got so lazy. We don't need. I like it better when it wasn't even no internet. Tell you the truth. I like it better when it wasn't no damn social media. I tell you the truth. Because people got lazy, people got sloppy, and people got even more bullying and making these second personalities that they want to come and they can be hidden and reach out to other people, make them feel bad and make them want to kill themselves. That's crazy to me. Let's hear it.
That they mimic something good enough so that it doesn't destroy us. And so a lot of that's going to depend on the ethical integrity of the people who are working on these advanced systems. And it's not like the people who are working on those systems, at least some of them don't understand that, because they do. And they also understand the tremendous danger that this poses. So what we're going to do when that all emerges that's anybody's guess, but hopefully we'll be wise enough to manage it with a certain degree of wisdom. We better. The autonomous cars that are being developed, people still think about those as cars, but that isn't what they are. They're autonomous self-learning robots. And the fact that they happen to take the form of cars at the moment is almost irrelevant. They're no more cars than cars were horseless buggies, right? They're a whole new thing. And what's really interesting about robots like that is that they're all identical, right? More or less. And what that means is that when one learns something, every one of them learns it at the same time. And so even if they're not very bright, if there's 10 million of them or 100 million of them, and they're all learning one thing a day, that's 100 million new things a day that every one of them is learning. And so they're mapping the road and they're learning how to operate in a natural environment, which is a really big deal. Like it's a really, really big deal. They're learning to map the perception of the world onto action, which is really the definition, a good definition in some sense of intelligence. We don't even know if we need to be worried about Facebook, because God only knows if it'll even exist in 5 years. It could even be the same with Google. So, we're worried about machines that are changing so fast that we can't figure out what exactly we should be worried about. Because who was thinking about YouTube 5 years ago? No one. It's like cute cat videos. Who cares about YouTube? But it turns out that YouTube is an unbelievably powerful social force because it makes the spoken word as universally transmissible and as permanent as the written word, right? So it's a Gutenberg revolution. And it might even be more profound than Gutenberg revolution because it's possible that people can listen better than they can read. And they can listen when they're doing other things, which is what happens in the podcast world. Lots of my students now listen to podcasts instead of listening to music, or they listen to podcasts instead of reading. They speed them up. These are massive, massive technological changes, and they're all happening in parallel. We have no idea what the consequences of that.
We have no idea. No idea, peoples. No idea, family. But you have an idea because I showed you the idea, gave you an idea of what's going on and what can happen in our future. Not only our future, let's not be stubborn and selfish, but our kids' future, our children's future. It's very scary. And I'm glad that y'all stay tuned, y'all stick in. And for those that came, y'all show love, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Because if you don't hit the like button, either you're a hater or you're a person that just can't really stand a person that's trying to give out information to you and reach out and give you the realness. So, please hit the like button. It's free. You don't have to donate no blood. You don't have to take no vaccine for it. It's all real. Thank you for coming in to the 103 Crazy Drop Off.